Hi, I'm Joe White. I'm here at the Victorian House Catering Company's rehearsal at the VFW in Ashland. So Todd Carter is here videotaping this. Katie Shanda Reynolds and Jody Martin are going to interview one of the 28 actors, maybe one of the 10 writers or the 7 directors or maybe even a producer. Who knows? So sit back, relax, and enjoy the Victorian House Catering Company rehearsal party. It's not really a party. It's more of a rehearsal. It will be a party afterwards, though.
It is simply that the IRS was suddenly inclined to pay close attention to income in which no taxes were being paid. Your associates are unable to conduct business as their assets have been frozen and they're under investigation for tax fraud. By the way, the IRS pays a nice percentage to civic-minded individuals who notify the IRS of suspicious activity.
You're a snitch.
Ooh, I think you misunderstand me. I'm a businessman. I moved into areas where favorable revenue streams in the past may not have been seen as legitimate. I established companies, put employees on payroll, and contribute to 401ks. And most importantly, I pay taxes on all income.
Okay, so here I am with one of the newest members of Ashland Community Theater, Christian Thomas, and he very kindly walked in the door and was willing to just jump right in front of the camera with me, even though he's never met me before and doesn't know me from a hole in the wall. Yeah. So thank you, Christian.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you
for having me.
We're so glad to have you.
Yeah.
We're thrilled to have a new young actor with us.
Yeah.
We're always in need of young actors, so now that you're here, you're kind of stuck.
A little bit, I think so.
I hope you're enjoying this at least a little bit.
I'm waiting for my retirement. It's in a couple years.
Oh no,
I
it's
put
going to be a
some
lot longer
stock.
than that.
Yeah, I think so. But it seems like everyone's pretty well off here, so I think I'll be okay.
You'll be okay.
Yeah,
You'll be
absolutely.
okay. Yeah, you've obviously been listening to the scripts.
Oh yeah. Oh, I try to keep my ears closed.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? How did you get here to Ashland?
Yeah. So a little about me. Originally raised and born in Haiti, and then moved to Waltham when I was younger. Then after some private school, a lot of uniforms, ended up in Marlboro for the last 8 years.
Wow.
And then went to a small school called Regis.
Sure, yeah.
And studied biology for a bit, and was going the whole medical route, and then I kind of just took a turn and was like, what do I really want to do?
Okay.
And I love telling stories and being artful, and I think that's my guy telling me I should go on stage soon. I just decided that acting was kind of like the right choice, and just been going for that. And I actually got introduced to this company through Julie, and I believe her name's Katrina.
Yeah.
I should know their names by now.
That's all right. There's a lot of us.
Yeah, and they actually emailed me, contacted me. I kind of auditioned for the role.
Yeah.
They liked me, surprisingly. I was surprised.
You seem pretty likable.
Oh, a little bit, thank you. My mom doesn't think so. They liked me, and I'm here. So
And here you are,
yeah,
and we're so glad.
Yeah, so it's been a hectic 2 to 3 weeks that I've been here.
Yeah. You jumped into a role that was unexpectedly
Yes.
emptied,
Mm-hmm.
and we were so glad that you were able to help us out, and we're hoping that you're going to be willing to come back and actually next time have a little more time to prepare.
I hope so. At least another week.
Yeah.
But don't jinx me yet. Show's not until next week. But we're still slowly going, getting all the lines down, all the actions. And I think it's a fun experience.
Good.
Everybody here is great, and I'm just learning a lot.
Well, we're so glad that you're here, and we're looking forward to seeing you on stage with us for the first time. Hopefully not the last.
Yes.
And I will let you go get ready because things are going on out there, and I think you're needed.
I think so too, and I think I might be yelled at because I forgot our wardrobe. So we'll see.
No one yells here. We don't yell.
Not yet.
We kindly remind.
That's
so
good.
thank you so much for
Yes.
being willing to just go right on to
Yes.
the front of the camera and do this with me, and I will see you in there.
Yes, and thank you and Todd.
All right.
Yeah,
Have a
thank
good
you
one.
guys. All right.
Okay, we're here with Larry Loring. Larry, we're so happy to have you as part of our production.
It's a delight to be here.
Welcome to your first stage production with
My
us,
first
correct?
stage production, that's
Yeah.
right. I was in the Nearly News of the Film.
Awesome, and you did a fabulous, fabulous job.
Thank you, ma'am.
I almost thought you were German because I hadn't actually met you before that, so that was very cool.
Thank you.
Very cool. So how are you enjoying this experience?
I'm enjoying this a lot, actually. This was a surprise to me. I was a little iffy about the concept when I
were
first
you?
came to take a look, and it just wasn't quite sure how it was all going to fit together. But the more that that we got together and worked on the scenes, and I saw the flow of it, this is a delightful production.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really fun for the audience. I was watching the rehearsals last night and thinking, oh, I think the audience is going to have a great time. It's fast-paced, there's a lot of different stuff going on, a lot of great characters.
Yeah, a lot of great
You can hear
characters,
some of them
a lot
in
of
there
good
right
lines. It's just a funny show.
Yeah. Well, we're so glad that you're a part of it.
Glad
and
to
we
be
hope
here.
that it's the first of many.
Thank you, Katie.
Thank
I
you.
do too.
Have a great run.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
And here we are with Cindy Bell and Jim Parr, who are a part of this production. Now, Cindy, you haven't been with us for a little while.
True.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember, what was the last show that you were involved in with us?
It was the the two pieces show. We did the one.
The
Connection,
murder.
was it? The
Yes.
Connection? Yeah.
2 Acts of Murder. That's what it was called.
Yes.
2 Acts of Murder.
Do
So
we
that
have
was
to
a
hold
while
this
back.
like
No,
this?
I don't think so.
Okay.
You're okay.
Yeah.
And then Jim was in our last show in the fall.
Yes.
And that was your first show with us.
Correct. I was in Play On.
Yeah.
I forget my character's name already.
Saul.
Oh, Saul. That's right.
Saul was like everybody's
Because I
favorite.
played a few guys. I
Yes,
played,
yes.
the
It was
play within the
confusing.
play.
It was very confusing.
A lot of fun, though.
It was fun. So I hope you guys are having fun in this production. It's a little bit different for you this time. Because you're
Yes.
not just acting,
True.
but you also wrote
We did.
We
the
did.
scene.
We co-wrote this
Yeah?
together.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
So where did you get the idea?
So I have been making a little bit of a foray into writing. Jim has written some really wonderful pieces. I said, maybe you'll partner with me. We can do some writing together. He said, oh, why don't we do it for this piece? And then he had an idea, and so we got together and we wrote different parts and then came up with the ending together.
Awesome. So what was the seed of the idea, Jim? Where did that come from?
I had a few jokes, and I needed someone to add some life to it, to the characters. My characters are usually kind of, fairy tale characters, and so I don't really write like for real people. So all I had was some jokes, and it was about. I was actually friends who, that I know who some of their relatives got engaged, and they had one of those big. Over the
To-dos.
top,
Yeah.
YouTube,
Yeah.
Instagram
You're right.
engagements that everyone had to see.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of those.
Okay.
So I wanted to kind of mock them a little bit.
Mocking is usually funny.
Yeah.
So I am here now with our amazing, incomparable, fantastic stage manager, Katrina Lee Berger.
Hello.
She keeps coming back, even though we put her through more and more challenging projects every single time. And you rise to the challenge.
Thank you. I try.
We are
Yeah.
all in amazement.
Thank you. You
at
guys are
you.
a great group, though. Really, it's not that bad when everyone I work with is phenomenal. So
15 scenes, a million directors, I don't know how many writers, 28 actors.
Yep.
And you are just like unflappable. How do you do that?
a lot of sugar.
Yes, I was
Yes.
going to ask where the M&Ms are. Are they in the pockets? Like,
No, they're in there.
Are
But yes,
they?
a lot of M&Ms, a lot of soda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You have like this opposite reaction to sugar than my children did when they were small. I remember that very clearly.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
But you really managed somehow to make everything kind of cohesive and fit, and you don't ever forget any details.
I try not to.
So
And if I do forget, I hide it pretty well that none of you guys don't even notice.
well, there you go. You somehow make us forget too. Then
Yes,
that's
I've
brilliant.
mastered
Brilliant.
hiding it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we so appreciate everything that you are doing and have been doing and will be doing next week.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
anything that we can do to help you get through this,
Absolutely, I'll let
you'll
you know.
let us know.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to another fabulous production with you at the helm.
Thank you. Yeah, everyone's been helping out. Everyone's been jumping in when I
Great.
need help, so it's been great.
Awesome. All right. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Here I am with Tanner Bradley, one of our all-time favorite actors here at ACT. He's been in stage productions, film productions, and he's got a whole bunch of roles in this show. And so, Tanner, tell us a little bit about your experience so far with this particular production.
This particular production is a little different than anything that I've done before.
In what way?
The kind of episodic feel to it, with the different aspects of the different decades of the history of the company.
And
Get
you're in
the-
how many of those decades?
4? Four?
Okay,
Four?
all right. More than
Four.
you've actually lived in so far.
That's true,
in the
by a
real world.
fair amount too. I mean, I might feel old, but I'm not actually that old. I
Not
can't
yet,
tell if
not
that's a
yet.
sign
We're
of
aging you quickly, though, I think. Yeah.
I can't tell if that's a sign of a wise soul or bad genetics.
So, Tanner, we got some film of you taking in a whole lot of calories. And so it seems like you have this extra energy tonight, and I have a lot of work that I have to do. I had I have math things to grade and stuff to get ready for my paying job tomorrow. So I was wondering if maybe you'd want to take over and do some interviews with all that energy that you have and all the downtime. Would you want to maybe kind of take my job over for a little bit and go interview some people who are taking part in this particular show?
Well, you know, Katie, I actually remember you doing the interviews for Nearly News, and I thought, man, I'm only going to do the next production just so I can take her job.
Oh my gosh.
And now I
like,
get my chance.
It was like a crystal ball. Okay, so I have your keys.
Perfect,
So
'cause I am not
you take my job, I take your
responsible enough.
keys. No, we've learned this over the years. This is one of my important roles here at Ashland Community Theater, which is the keeper of Tanner's keys, because he will lose them every night.
I've made a lot of
Yes.
friends that way in
Yes.
helping me find them, but also I'm pretty sure that I've shortened my lifespan by a few years.
So I have the keys, you have the mic, you're off and running, and thank you very much for helping me out.
My pleasure.
All right.
Pleasure's all mine.
Okay.
Now, I understand that you want to hold the reception here at the Victorian.
Yes, we're a bit old-fashioned, and this place has such history.
I still don't understand why we can't hold it at the Bill Gates Virtual Reality Cyber Gateway.
Like everyone is doing that, and you know us, we are more traditional. Besides, when we went to Wanda's wedding, last year you spent the entire time playing Call of Duty Black Ops 22 instead of being in the virtual party with me and Jacob.
Well, it was his day with you anyway. I don't understand how
Mike, please, it's something I've dreamed about since I was little.
Yes, dear.
Oh, excellent!
Howdy once again. I am here this time with Cara Cummings. Cara, tell me, is this your first production with ACT?
Yes, it is actually.
Great. So have you done acting before?
Yeah, I've worked in a couple radio shows with Framingham
Wow.
Community Theater, but first year.
Wow. Well, that's great. We're glad to have you. So tell us a little bit about your role in the production. Or
Well,
roles, I should say.
Yeah, I think we're all doing double duty at least. So right now I'm dressed for a first one. It's Sausage, as we call it, where I'm one of 3 slightly murderous ladies.
Slightly?
We just kill them and eat them occasionally. It's no big deal.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a typical Saturday night for me. I mean, I hope no police are watching this.
And then we move on, and I have a bit role where I run on stage and run back off, but there's a bit of a gag involved with that as well.
Ooh. Can you tell us what the gag is?
I mean, I could, but why ruin it?
That's a fair point. I mean, you could just come out and see it yourselves. So, so you have had to be pretty flexible, especially in your first time with ACT. What would you say has been your favorite part of being in ACT for this production?
So a big thing for me has been, this is the first time I've really had to deal with actual blocking. And so learning that skill has been probably my favorite thing. Plus, you know, fun accents, fun people. But learning new things is great for me.
Very true. My favorite thing about blocking is that you can use it not just in acting, but in any part of life. You should see the way that I block myself at work. I'm just the most awkward place for any meeting or anything that I have to do. I'm just always standing awkwardly to the side, but just enough to where people don't question it. They get distracted, but they don't question what I'm doing.
I hadn't quite used that skill in real life. I'll have to see if I can.
Well, once you spend a couple more years blocking like me, you'll be creeping out your coworkers like a pro.
That's all I could ask for.
So, in regards to the actual scenes, which one would you say was your favorite to, create?
So my favorite would definitely have to be the sausage, because there's just such a great dynamic between the 3 sisters, and I get to use an accent, and I get to be a bit depraved. So what more could you ask for?
Yeah, it really helps when you can let yourself go with a character. Like, it's almost like your inner self is brought out by the character. And with Cara, in the few months that I have gotten to know her, that doesn't seem to be the case.
That's the right answer.
Anyway, so do you have any words for our viewers before I let you go?
Just please come out and see it. Try not to mind my coworkers, who apparently are all coming, so watch out for them as well.
If they're anything like you, I'm sure that we'll be happy to have them. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Hello again. Right now I am here with David Millarski. That's spelled with an I, not a Y. He is Polish, not Russian. It makes a big difference. David, tell me, is this your first production with ACT?
Yes, it is. It's the first time I've acted with this excellent company.
Well, thank you, thank you. Tell us, what else do you like about ACT? Like the handsome actors who are around 5'6" and
Well, it's their sense of fun and play at the same time being professional about what they're doing. So, you know, I'm looking forward to having a really rounded theatrical experience with this cast and with this bunch of directors and writers. I've never actually played in a newly written play. I've always done previously scripted and performed, you know, kind of rather well-known plays. So this is a really new experience for me, and it's really been a lot of fun.
That's great. I mean, it looks like you're having a fun time. I mean, you let your hair grow out. You got a new style going.
Yes.
You guys should have seen this man when he was first arriving on the scene. He was very clean cut, firm and strict. You have to really open him up, and it seems like we've done the trick.
Well, yes.
So, have you acted in other companies around in the area?
Yes, I have. I've acted with Vokes Theater in Wayland. I've acted on Cape Cod when we lived on Cape Cod at the Woods Hole Theater Company. I've acted in Waltham with the name of the group escapes me right now, but yeah, I've been around. You know,
wow.
I'm averaging one play every 2 years or 2 plays a year, and it's a lot of fun. It's I'm an English major and a philosophy major in college, and I acted in every year in college that I fell in love with acting at that point, and have since retiring have gone back to the stage.
Well, we're glad to have you out here. So, in regards to VHCC, what has been your favorite scene that you've been a part of so far, and what is the scene that you're most looking forward to that you're not actually in?
Well, goodness, that's almost like asking a parent which is his favorite child. Every one of them is different. Obviously, the 60s, I'm a hippie. Having lived through that time, I bring a little bit of experience to it. I've also been through the 80s with the mad rush for money. And
gotta get that bread, as they used to say.
Absolutely. Yeah, make that bread, make the dough. And the more contemporaneous scene of the completely off-the-wall and pun-filled afterlife party. You know, I have a little bit of a walk-on at the end, which is a lot of fun. I've enjoyed all of them. It's a really different feel for each one of the scenes. And as I see all the other scenes that are being acted out, I see each one of them has a different flavor and a different spin on things, different sense of humor and different sensibility. So.
Yeah, lots of styles, lots of directors,
absolutely,
lots of new actors. It's been really great to be a part of this production with you. And do you have any words for our viewers?
Come out and see it. You'll have a good time.
Great. Thanks a lot. We really appreciate your time.
Okay, I gotta take this off.
So Rosetta, how
I can never figure it out. Because bangs always screw me up.
We heard it was your voice to carry him and Chris.
See, I'm not even sure.
He had just been transferred there that day.
You're filming this?
Can't imagine what you were talking about.
I always screw up the bangs.
Rosetta, it's good to have a sit down with the family. Now that there's only 3 of us left, we should check in more often.
How you doing? Oh, wait.
4.
What are you talking about?
Well, I cannot say for sure, but
I really can't see. And
my territory. Contracts have fallen through.
peace,
Protection money is slowing down.
peace, love.
And associates have disappeared.
It has been harder to get the
I should have been born in. I should have been partying in the '60s. I was born much too late. See, look at this. It's always screwing me up.
You know, now that you guys mention it.
So we're rehearsing for the Victorian Catering Company, and I found this man walking around backstage. I don't know if he's a homeless man or an actor, but I thought I'd grab him and ask him about himself. He said his name is Arnie Pollinger. Who are you?
Yeah, well, you're right. I was just happened to be walking down the street, dude, and they said, hey, you'd be perfect for this 60s scene we're about to do, man. So I was like, okay, groovy, sounds cool. And so now I'm in the show. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So we just came along and we said, hey, we're doing the 60s scene, and you look like you would fit. And what do you do in the scene without giving too much away?
Oh, yeah. So there's 3 of us, and we're just sort of hanging out. We're kind of wasted, and it's you know, like a train of thought thing, and we just sort of move to the next piece of conversation, and it's kind of silly.
Oh, excellent. Are you in any other scenes in this show? Maybe not in this character, but maybe the person underneath.
Right. Well, I do have to cut my hair
Okay.
for another couple of scenes and change my glasses and shirt.
Shocking.
Yeah, yeah. And they even gave me a tie to wear. So I'm in another scene. It's from the 70s when I've cleaned up my act a little bit, and now I'm.
You're not stoned anymore.
No,
Oh,
I'm a
okay.
businessman. In fact, yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, father of a bride to be, and without giving too much away, you know, hilarity ensues when the bride and groom don't quite agree with the mother of the bride to be.
I see.
And her plans for this wedding, yes.
I see. I'm sure that that's happened in a lot of weddings. Hi, everybody. Julie Murphy here with the Victorian Catering Company. And tonight I'm interviewing Linda Slocum, one of our actresses. Linda, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I believe this is my 5th production with Ashland, and I'm really excited to be doing this again. I get to play a really fun part, and I was really excited that I got to do this show.
What do you like about your character?
I like playing somebody completely against type, and she definitely is against my type. So,
and you're doing another show too at this moment, so you're really busy.
Yes, I am.
And you're making time for us, which we really appreciate.
Yes, it's been very busy, especially this week, because I've actually had to do double duty rehearsals on nights.
So without giving anything away, what can you tell us about the scene you're in?
Oh, I'm not sure what I can give away without giving anything good away. I'm one of 3 sisters that is in the original owners of the Victorian House Catering Company. And that's about all I can say without giving too much away, I think.
And when you're not on stage, what are you doing?
I work as a teacher for kids with special needs over in Milford, and that's pretty much it, and play with my cats.
All right, everybody, we are behind the scenes on Victorian Catering Company, and I'm here with Gerry Halfhide.
That's correct.
Got his name correct. Gerry is acting with us for the first time. Gerry, tell me who you're playing or playing various parts.
Okay, so I'm playing various parts. I'm playing 3 parts. One of them is a police officer back in 1899.
Wow.
But I don't last too long. Well, maybe I'm giving too much away.
Yeah, don't give anything away because we want you to come out and see it.
All right. And then I play an obnoxious guy in 1999 at a New
Against
Year's
type,
Eve
right?
party.
That's not you at all?
Not me at all. Well, my wife might disagree, but pretty much everybody else might think I'm a nice guy. And then I play a catering kind of, what do you call it, like a wedding planner?
Okay.
Yeah, wedding planner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you had mentioned way back in 1890-something,
yes.
you play a character. So you are playing characters at different points in time? Is that what you're saying?
I'm playing characters in different decades, really in different centuries, kind of. In fact, my characters are all in 3 different centuries.
Wow.
And I just realized that.
At this exact moment. How did you find us here in Ashland?
So I Googled you guys. I Googled community theater in Ashland, and then you guys came up.
And was it just that we were having auditions at that exact moment you were looking?
You know what? It worked out perfectly because you were. I said to my wife, you know, I'm tired of just bored being home all the time, every night. And I used to do theater a lot in high school, college. I even did it in law school, believe it or not. I did theater. And so I said, I'm going to see if there's a community theater group that I can join. And there you are.
Are you having a good time?
Oh, I'm having a ball, having a blast.
Excellent. So we're making you feel welcome.
Yes, and I'm going to be sorry when it ends.
Well, you know what
because
thing
I'm
about
going to
it
go back
ending-
to my boring life.
The thing about it ending is there'll be auditions again in the fall.
I don't know if I can wait till then.
What would you say is the one thing you would want the audience to know that would make them come out here and see this show?
That it's funny. That it's really funny. That there is some really good performances. So.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Come on down.
Joe White here with Alessandra Horton, my scene partner in Victoria House Catering Company. You play Loretta Pasqua. And I play Ira Radford. And we open and close the show. Actually, we're in a little bit more. I forgot that we end this thing, so we got to probably pick this up. But so
It'll be quick.
How'd you find out about the Victorian House show?
Well, I had the pleasure of working with ACT before, and I know a number of you lovely folk, and it was suggested that I should check it out. So.
Well, I'm glad you did, because it's wonderful working with you on stage. It's absolutely wonderful.
You.
It's a really fun
Thank
thing
you.
to do.
You have a good group of people here, and I have to say, this has been probably the largest cast I've ever had the pleasure of working with. Such a cool premise, so many different scenes by different writers, with different directors, and all coming together in a collaborative fashion to make something happen.
Yeah. And that's what we love to do here. First of all, we love working with new people every time, and some returnees too. It's great. We have 28 different actors.
It's crazy.
I think 10 writers, 7 directors, and 1 fantastic stage manager. But it's just so great that people are contributing in so many different ways.
It's truly a community and a benefit to the community of Ashland, I know. Yeah.
It's such a wonderful experience, and being here at the VFW, we're expanding. We had a fundraiser this past February, which we were able to build out our stage.
Yeah, it's crazy. If you've come to see a previous show that ACT's done, see if you can check out all the differences, because there's been a lot of work done in the back, behind the scenes.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, the elves working hard.
Oh my goodness gracious me. So,
it's great. It's great to be in such a fun space to begin with, and then the restorations have come along very nicely.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great group and a great place to be. Love working with the Marconi's company and the VFW and all the great people that are going to be part of this going forward. This is our 11th show, and we're looking for more and more people to help. We'd love to have people come back to help backstage, because Katrina needs a lot of help. And
Katrina's our wonderful stage manager.
Oh,
couldn't do it without her. I don't know how she does it.
I don't know. And she has to put up with me and everything. Shudder the thought. Well, I really, really appreciate it. I know in truth, I called you up or emailed you and texted you, and I said I have this great idea of an opening and closing of this show, and I wanted to work with you. So it was a combination of I wanted to work with you, and I wanted you to be part of the show, and I thought you'd be great for the part. So all those 3 things, and I'm so glad it all worked out with your travels and other shows that you were in.
So I have a crazy schedule.
You do have a crazy schedule. I mean, we were saying, can you meet at the VFW at noon, at 1 o'clock, at 1:15?
But he's been very accommodating, so it's great.
Well, I promised. I keep my promises. Remember that. I keep my promises.
He does. He's a man of his word.
And it's just been a pleasure. I'm looking forward to the shows next week.
Yeah, me too.
It's going to be great.
Can't believe it's only 1 weekend.
I know.
It's quick.
I know. It's one of the things that we're doing here is when we install the new lighting, which we're hoping to get it done this weekend, that it'll enable us to do multiple weekends as opposed to just 1 weekend, because what we used to have to do before is bring in all the lighting that came in and set that all up. And we couldn't leave it there because they were having parties and bingo and everything else, and we had to take it all down. So we wouldn't want to do that 2 times. But now, if those lights come up, we could do shows that can go multiple weekends.
Cool.
And more people can come see it, so they can't say, I'm out of town that weekend.
It's very exciting.
Get them the next week.
But this show is only for 1 weekend.
I know, 3 nights.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, at the convenient time of 7:30.
Yes.
Which is nice.
I like the 7:30.
Yeah.
And $12 online, $15 at the door, $12 online, and there's no fees. $12. There's no $12 and
that's really
$1.72 on top of it. Next thing you know, you spend it.